Hello people of the internet, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Saturday to you all. Hopefully you are enjoying your weekends, or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hopefully having a great day nonetheless. We resume with the latest P1Harmony drop because, well, we didn't have time to get around to the album yesterday. We checked out the title track, Sad Song, which was quite an interesting time indeed. Something a little bit different from what I'm used to with P1Harmony, but that is a-okay with me. But it is the next day, and we are now getting around to the rest of the Sad Song EP. It's a 7-track mini with an English remake of the title track, which leaves us 5 brand new B-sides to check out, which I'm very excited to do so, considering every single era of P1Harmony I've checked out so far, starting all the way back from Back Down, has been a great time. And, well, knowing them, that's probably going to continue, but either way, I'm still looking forward to just having a blast of a time just listening to new P1Harmony music. So let's just send it one time. Roll intro. Now, for those of you who are new around here or have never been with me for an album listen, I read through the album credits before every single song because credit needs to be given where credit is due. So I've got the album credits pulled up on the second screen here. I'm going to read them off one by one once we get to those respective songs. Starting off with song number 1, the title track, Sad Song. Now, we've already spent time on the song on its own, so we won't be listening to it here. But let me read off the credits very quickly. Track number 1, Sad Song, lyrics by Han Seung-ho, Soo Yoon, and members Jeong In-tak and Jong Sub, composition Han Seung-ho, Nathan Cunningham, Mark Sibley, Patrick J.Q. Smith, and Anthony Watts, with Space Primates on arrangement. Which takes us to the first of the B-sides. Track number 2, It's Alright, lyrics by Han Seung-ho, members Jeong In-tak and Jong Sub, composition Han Seung-ho, Park Soo-sok, Lee Tae-hyun, member Ki-ho, and Jacob Aaron from The Hub, with Park Soo-sok and Lee Tae-hyun on arrangement. Now, one wish that I have from this entire album is I hope we get Heartbeat Drum 2.0. I want that one banger. For reference, Heartbeat Drum is my favorite P1 B-side that I've listened to so far. Bump the volume a little bit for you. So I guess It's Alright is kind of following Sad Song with that guitar dance vibe to it. Yeah. It's a lot calmer, a lot groovier, well, not groovier, but like a lot calmer and smoother than Sad Song was, but along a similar vein. Long chorus. You get a post-chorus as well? And the way you're able to hit the brakes with the rap verse, that's hard to do. The head voice flips through the song though, kind of go off. And a second little rap section, this time for the bridge. No one can stop this. Nobody knows it's alright. There we go. Holy sustained high note. And we got the post chorus again. I thought we were gonna maybe cut it off there. Nope. I'll keep it going. Keep the head voice flips. Hey, that's pretty good. I kind of like that. It's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit tamer than Sad Song was, but it's it doubles on the almost elegance of it. Cool. And definitely more, you know, traditional guitar-driven beat rather than taking that guitar dance style and converting it to keys like we got on the title track. I like that. We've got a little bit of a dance story going on here, and following Sad Song, I think It's Alright is the perfect follow-up, not just because of the fact that style-wise it's very similar, but it's like, it does feel like the next stage evolution for it, so to speak. And vocally, this song's actually quite good fun. Like, all the little head voice flips, like the who cares, who cares. I think the little head voice flips are really cool. I'm trying to think back on previous P1 releases that we've done, and I don't think we've gotten really that prominent head voice flippage from any of the B-sides. Although I am struggling to remember the B-sides from the Killin' It album, so there might have been a song in there that had head voice flips of that nature. But It's Alright had a lot of vocal acrobatics going on. That's really cool to see. That held final high note going into the final chorus definitely hits. Love a nice sustained high note like that. And that rap verse in verse 2. Typically in a K-pop song, I feel like the general trend is for the instrumental section to kind of take a little step back to give way for the rap verse, or the rapper coming in, right? But very rarely does a rap verse feel like it's slowing the song down, and I don't mean like dragging it behind. I mean, you have this nice long chorus with the post-chorus added to it. You have to reset the song in some way. And by killing almost all the instrumental section out and having a rap verse come in that really isn't all that fast, almost kind of hard resets the song in a way. Not just resets the volume, but like completely resets the song from the bottom. And it lets it build up naturally to the next chorus release again. I think that's really clever. I do hope, though, that we get just a ridiculous rhythm, like ridiculous flow from a Jungsub rap verse, though, because that's what made Killin' It so memorable for me, was Jungsub absolutely losing his mind rhythmically on his verse. And that's like one of the favorite things about Jungsub for me, is his grasp on the rhythm. So I really hope we get more of that, because both Sad Song and It's Alright have had pretty tame Jungsub rap verses so far. So let's see if this one will do it. Track at number 3, Last Call, lyrics by Jiung, Intak, and Jungsub. Composition, Han Seung-ho, Park Soo-sok, Lee Tae-hyun. Jiung on composition this time, with Jacob Aaron from the hub, Park Soo-sok and Lee Tae-hyun on arrangement. So I forget if Killin' It was the same way, but it definitely looks like this entire project at least has the exact same music team, or pretty much the exact same music team across the board, which is cool. Consistent sound across the board, always a good time. Do we have a little bit of a rock number? Oh. Oh, stepping up in energy a little bit. Also, anybody who has a guitar out there who wants to strum along, chords G, D, E minor, C major. Those 4 chords will at least get you through the verses. Oh, little EDM style build. Oh. I am a little bit of a sucker for a rock banger. It has been known. With a post-chorus, I'm sold. I was really... Oh. I was loving the call and response happening there. Hello, head voice flip. This song really does progress like an EDM banger dressed in rock clothes. Cause that release hits. Let's go! Ah, no post-chorus, we go straight into the bridge. Let the beat drive it though. Pop off. Let's go high vocal. Last call. Last call. Last call. B-side of the album. Already, B-side of the album for me. I mean, so far at least. I'm not going to jump the gun too much, but... Oh, hail! Hail, 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 yeah. That is what I'm talking about. Like, last call for me. Already, like a rock banger, we were already off to a great start. I grew up with 80s rock music. Anything rock coded, I'm going to like. Essentially, anything 80s coded, I'm gonna like. But 80s rock, like... 80s rock was the foundation of my musical existence, essentially. So any rock banger we get from any group, I'm really going to like. It's kind of like a cheat code for me when it comes to getting songs that I like. Like a lot of B-sides that I'm liking this year are very rock based. Like on the girl group side of things, I suppose "Live My Life" from the Armageddon album just so happens to be a rock banger. Boy group side of things, well, it looks like P1Harmony just made their candidate for B-side of the year with the last call. But what really I find interesting about the way Last Call has been put together is the fact that as you're listening through it, or at least as I'm listening through it, through the first verse, we're getting that rock beat coming in. It's like, okay, we have a nice major key rock banger. I don't know what the chords were off the top of my head for like the pre-choruses, but very simple 4-chord melody for the verse and the chorus. You know, G, D, E minor, C major, just that chord sequence over and over again. It's a very simple chord sequence. It's very bright. It's very happy. But it's the way when the pre-chorus rolls around, it slightly shifts gears into a kind of EDM style song. You get a nice like building beat in the background that wouldn't be out of place at an EDM festival. And when the release happens, it doesn't happen like a rock song. It happens like an EDM song using rock instruments. And I think that combo of basing an EDM song with rock instruments is a really clever way of getting the best of both worlds. You get the intensity and the crunch and the bite from the rock side, but you get the bounce and you get the terrific energy from the EDM release. And you really do get the best of both worlds in that chorus. Pair it with the Last Call little gang vocal shouts in there as well. Like, hold on. Like, anytime there's a gang vocal moment like that, as screaming for, well, quite, but is asking for fans to get involved with it while along. Like, that is the mark of a great anthem, is when you get the crowd to get involved with the song alongside the artist. Get them involved with the last call shout-ins like that? Hell yes, abso-freaking-lutely. Right, now let's move on properly to track number 4, titled Welcome To. Lyrics by Han Seung-ho, Jung In-tak, and Jong Sob. Composition Han Seung-ho, Park Soo-sok, Go Jin-young, Jun Jin-wook, and Eric Bellinger. It's Park Soo-sok, Go Jin-young, and Jung Jin-wook on arrangement. So this is the first song where we don't... First is the B-side, sorry, that doesn't have any member composition credits. Alright, here's that guitar. What are you gonna do with this? Slow it down. Slow it down, let it chug though. Big pronounced build again. Big power chords. Lower, heavier. I like that, you know, the song and the instrumental section already has a little bit of a darker crunch to it. The rap verse reflects it as well. And it feels refreshing to have a song that's lower in the vocal register too. Although, having said that, we do get little interjections of pretty vocal harmonies and stuff too. Higher vocal harmonies. I love that it doesn't shy away from really landing that mean right hook on the chorus drops though. Oh, who is that sustaining the high note at the end there? Alright, sauce on him one time. Now, this is a very different flavor of the rock banger that we got from Last Call, right? This is a lot darker, it's a lot heavier, it's a lot slower, it chugs, every beat feels weightier, and I'm really glad that I mentioned earlier, but the vocal range, apart from the, the high-flying ad-libs in the final chorus, it's lower. Because this album, in general, I feel like has been decently high for the most part, so it's nice to get something that really just tackles the other end of the the other end of the spectrum, so to speak, that weightier, crunchier, grittier feeling. Even in the rap verse, you get an extra little bit of grit and growl involved, and I love stuff like that when, parallels that just work. I am surprised that we've gotten 2 rock bangers back to back, albeit 2 very different rock bangers back to back, but I was honestly, I was kind of expecting that we would get something, you know, kind of industrial, almost like back down in a way, like something that's just really hard and intense. But it's actually been a pretty melodic album so far. I feel like this is one of the more kind of not beginner friendly, but I feel like one of their more palatable albums for me so far. And I don't know if that's just me not remembering certain parts of previous albums, but I feel like we've gotten, just in general, a lot more kind of, not general public oriented, but nothing that's like meant to smack you over the face with a skateboard, so to speak. I don't know where that analogy came from, but you get my point. Everything feels beginner friendly. I'm not complaining about it, because I really like what they've done sonically on this album. But so far, I haven't had that P1Harmony edge to it yet. And that's surprising to me, because we're over halfway with the album now. Well, we do still have 2 more songs to go, so maybe they'll be coming up in the future, but let's see if All You has that extra smack to it. Track number 5, All You, lyrics by Han Seung-ho, Soo Yoon, Jiyoung In-tak, and Jung Sob. Composition: Han Seung-ho, Park Soo-sok, Jung Jin-wook, Patrick J.Q. Smith, Jacob Aaron from the Hub, Park Soo-sok, and Jung Jin-wook on arrangement. Oh, get pretty with it, one-time gentleman. Okay.
What time is it? 알람은 것 don't rush me 늦으면 날까 많이 현돌 걸 오전 정오 제꽃 오태고 해는 눈치껏 부를 것에 벽은 눈에 삐삐며 기지개를 펴 문자
We had a little bit of a free meter moment there.
도파민 눈에 본 바람과 긴가민가 빈자리가 너라니까 그래 너 하나뿐이야 It's the way 난 너를 느껴 It's a magic 너의 touch 자꾸 닮아가는 우린 make love
Oh, that was a spicy note to finish the pre-chorus on. It's kind of a silky song, I can't lie. Oh. Oh, love that interjection of the ad-libs there. Hello ooh-ah section. Yeah, it's a very silky smooth song. Even with the rap verses coming in, and I think rhythmically it has the most active rhythm section on the rap verses as well. That's really interesting because it's I think sonically the tamest song on the album. All the right sauces. Yeah, it's honestly, it kind of feels like the end of the album in a way. Like this feels like the finale, like anthem. Hold on, welcome to church choir, everybody. brass section kicking in, the background choir kicking in. Oh, it got really pretty at the end. Wow. Yeah, that comment before, what I mentioned that this was a super palatable album, yeah, that's still very much prevalent. Like, All You is, oh my goodness, it's really pretty. And genuinely gives off kind of finale vibes. I don't know why. And that has me slightly nervous about what WASP is like, because this would be a terrific album finisher, because it feels like an encore song in a way to me, you know? It's that type of song that you can have just one big hurrah, enjoy some really pretty music, but at the end of the day, it's a slower song, it's a calmer song that's meant to kind of bring the album naturally back down to the ground. And, you know, this album, up until now, has been a decently intense album, right? Like, when songs have gotten slow, they had a little bit more of a bite to them, and stuff like that. So we are really starting to just kind of settle in to the album now. And now that we've had All You, this feels like a really natural resting place for this album. That whatever we're gonna get next is next comeback. But it isn't. That has me very curious. But yeah, All You vocally is glorious. And the whole rap verse thing, yeah, I do think rhythmically it's the most playful rap verse sections that we've gotten on this album so far. And it's on the slowest, prettiest song that we've gotten so far. And that's a combination that I normally would not expect to see. But then again, this is P1Harmony, so I guess normal expectations don't really apply in this case. But I do like it. Like, even when I say like rhythmically playful, it's not overdoing it. It's very much within the confines of what this song allows. But, you know, like the little when, what was it, in verse 1 or verse 2, when the rappers come in, every single line has a little bit of a like a quick rhythmic entry, and then it kind of just like rides the rest of the beat for the rest of the line. And I think that's just really cool, because the song itself is super buttery, silky, smooth, and it just flows so nicely. To get a little bit of sharpness like that creates a really pretty contrast that's just noticeable, but it's not like overbearing. You know what I mean? Cool. Right, one final song on the album. Listen, track number 6, titled WASP. Lyrics by Intak and Jongseop. Composition Park Soo-sok, Lee Tae-hyun, Intak and Jongseop. Oh, both members on composition as well. Park Soo-sok and Lee Tae-hyun on arrangement.
Yeah. Tweets. Sweat at night. Yeah. How that got. Yeah. What's my hot? I'm stirring on a plate.
Well, hello, hardness. There it is.
노랗게 돌은 내 피부 먹이 사서 떠오는 치우 까만 누가 날 못 치우 Come on, yeah. Wash my face 말에 넣은 배로 못 치우
Okay, this is gonna be a little bit trickier for me, because I'm out of my comfort zone now. I am curious as to why, because like this song is very sonically different to the rest of this album, right? Why this song is here? I feel like this is a type of song that is like screaming for just really hard TikTok edit of sorts. Like, it's got the heavy beat, the cool rhythm work going on. And we're talking about playful rhythm work on the rap verses. I mean, WASP essentially is just a rhythmic playground at this point. If any of you out there have your own car that you can blast the music to, please tell me what the listening experience is like for this in a car with the speakers cranked up. Huh. That's so different. I'm genuinely just like, I'm borderline thrown off by just how different WASP is from the rest of this album. Because, like, you know, including Sad Song, which I know we didn't listen to today, but going from Sad Song all the way through to All You, it feels like a very, you know, melody focused, very kind of free flowing, very almost entry level P1Harmony album. And then WASP comes in, and it's just so stylistically different. I can't help but feel like it's... Well, I know for a fact not all the members were in it, so did we have unit songs through this then? Or is this the only, like, unit song that we had? Because, again, I'm just confused as to why this song is here. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Sad Song to All You was a super cohesive, just like adventure through this P1Harmony album. And WASP to me feels like not an afterthought, but it just doesn't really fit the style of the rest of the album, if that makes sense. And it's like, I don't have a problem with WASP as a song. It's admittedly not my type of music, so I'm a little bit thrown off by it. Like, I don't have any close connection to rap-based music. Can't really talk about it. Pop and rock I can very confidently talk about just because I grew up listening to it time and time again. I'm really lost when it comes to the hip-hop scene, so anything hip-hop related, yeah, I'm dead in the water. So WASP makes it very tricky for me. But, like, the rest of this album feels like there's more emphasis given to the melodic elements than in the rap elements, which is, I mean, with P1Harmony, a big part of why I love them so much for me is the fact that they can make a rock and pop lover like me enjoy rap verses. But WASP just feels like a jump so far in the other direction that there's really no way to prepare for it for me. And while I don't mind the song at all, I wish we got like a buffer, like an in-between song, where it's a song that has a decent amount of rap involved through the verses in the song, that's got a decent amount of hardness to it, that would have bridged the gap between the melodic, like, 80% of the album, and WASP. You know what I mean? Or at least, if you're gonna have WASP, give me, like, half the album, like WASP, or something along the lines of it. Because especially following All You, like, All You was a really pretty way to essentially finish the album, right? And, like, so this vibes that gave off very much gave off finale vibes. I was already in the mindset of, like, okay, we're done with the album. And then you drop WASP on me. Hey. That's tough. That is a little bit tough, because I was really enjoying the album, and WASP has kind of thrown me off a little bit. I wonder what other people are saying about this album. Let's find out. Okay, so people are liking... A couple of people are saying WASP is a grower that you appreciate more as you listen to it. Okay. Okay. Variant spread, that's always good. That's always good when you get a group of fans who voice their opinion on the internet, at least, give off varying thoughts about the album across, you know, various songs and stuff, because that means there's something for everybody, and that is exactly what you want from an album. While WASP isn't for me, Last Call into Welcome 2 is a solid 1-2 combo, and honestly, Last Call is, yeah, it's my B-side of the album, and very well could finish pretty high in that B-side of the year rankings when it comes to the boy group side of things. It's just really good. It's a lot of fun, but hey-ho. We finished another P1Harmony album. I feel like I have learned a little bit more once again. Hopefully next era I'll be able to figure out who's who, because, like, based off of the album art, I know who's who now. Like, Theo's the one with the red hair this time around. Soul's like bleached white blonde. Jungsub has the dyed 85-90%. Intak has the dyed like tips. And then everyone else I should know. I think. Yeah, I think those are the only members that I usually struggle with, so hopefully next time around I'll be able to know them by face and not just by identifiable hair, because knowing them, that is going to go completely out the window next era, so. But, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I'm going to wrap it up here for tonight. Thank you all for listening along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.